Where's our book? Here's our book. So, we've got a book about Alexandria. Some sort of Treaty of Alexandria. Symbol of the Egypt's English superiority over the African continent is proven by the Treaty of Alexandria, where we defeated the French. The French are not African, by the way. Whatever.
I found it, Barnes. I'll take it.
Fine, Mr. Holmes. You'll settle up later? You see, it's quite a rare book. Quite dear, too.
No, it's not. I bet it's just a cheap book worth nothing, and you're just trying to gouge me because you need the money to pay off your gambling debts.
I found it, Barnes. I'll take it.
Fine, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, so, where am I going now? Back home? Who are you, sir?
Day, Mr. Holmes.
Good day, Ruffles.
I've got a message for you, I have. Direct from the yard. I'm supposed to bring you to Inspector Lestrade quick as can be. There's going to be a right important meeting, there is. The PM himself will be there.
Ooh.
For once, Lestrade is ahead of the game. Listen, Ruffles, in order to save some precious time, will you bring a message to the Inspector? Tell him to meet me here with as much of the force as he can muster, but he must be discreet. Do you understand?
Right, Mr. Holmes. I'll be off, I will.
Thank you.
Wow, I can just order
Let's
the
head to
police
Baker
around
Street.
like that? I'm on Baker Street! I'm on Baker Street, sir! Anyway, yeah. I want to meet the Prime Minister, though. Can't I meet the Prime Minister? No, I'm just going back here to my home. This is so strange. Anyway, did I just, like, warp through the door? I want to see that again. What was going on with Holmes in that door? Come on. There we go. I love how the door, like, magically shuts, by the way. Magic. Okay, yeah, a little bit of Holmes's foot just walked right through the door. Cool. So, am I trying to find Watson here? I'm gonna wake him up.
Watson, it's time.
The wave. No! It will engulf me! The tentacles! Ah!
Watson, what are you doing?
Come, my friend. That's all finished and behind us. Compose yourself. We have an appointment in half an hour with the Prime Minister.
I love how
I'm still dreaming.
I love how
The
his
Prime
fingers went
Minister.
through his hair right there. That's craziness. Okay, so we're gonna meet the Prime Minister. Oh my gosh, everybody, the Prime Minister, who lives not in any of
I
these
have no
places,
reason-
right?
I have no reason...
Where does the Prime Minister live? I don't know. Court of
I have
Justice?
no reason...
British Museum?
Here's our next destination,
Woohoo!
Watson. The British Museum. Come on now, make haste. We're ahead of the game at the moment, and we want to remain that way.
Yes, we're ahead of the game. Okay, great. We're at the British Museum, and I guess Lupin's going to steal something here. We're going to stop him and arrest him. End of game, and we won't need to solve mysteries at the two other locations as he promised we would, right? Huh? We're going to be so on top of it. No more mysteries
How
besides
do you do,
this.
Prime Minister? Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, despite the intelligence and the perspicacity far above the norm that all of England is bestowing you, I assure you that you are 1,000 leagues from imagining to what point I am, let's say, annoyed. Inspector Lestrade here will only give one answer to all of my questions. Ask Sherlock Holmes. So, Mr. Holmes, where are we?
A few days ago, July 14th to be exact, we received a letter from the ubiquitous Arsene Lupin. It is here for your perusal.
Is this in earnest?
The facts concur. We are in our third day, and he has honoured all of his engagements to date.
Even in recent history, this type of preposterousness would have led to war, do you know? Well, Mr. Holmes, all of this is too grievous to be left in the hands of an unofficial detective, no matter what his talents are. From here on, you will be working with Inspector Lestrade. You will be under his authority, and he will report to my cabinet. I am going to call a council of war, and I want you to know that no matter who you are, all contact with the press is categorically forbidden and will be punished in exemplary fashion. Gentlemen, these damn French I should send in the fleet.
My dear Lestrade, time is pressing. I don't see anyone here about. Is the museum closed?
No, but as there is work underway, and most of the galleries are closed, there isn't a crowd.
That's fortunate. Lestrade, listen well. Clear the museum of all visitors and workmen, block the entrance, and post some men around the building. No one is allowed to enter the British Museum from this point on. As for us, Watson, let us assure ourselves that Lupin's next target is still within these walls.
Wait, I have a map of the British Museum that the guard gave me. It could be of some use.
Okay, so that Prime Minister was kind of a jerk and kind of useless. He's like, I'm declaring this as a war on something and such.
Nothing to report, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, so we're going inside the British Museum. Check it out, everybody. This is the British Museum. I presume, like the other locations, this is,
And you have no idea what's going on?
True to life.
No, not in the slightest. But I do know that it's rather pleasant watching all these pretty young men in uniform. Our Inspector, you are quite the joker. You are going to jail. And everybody... oh, hello, gentlemen. What can we do for you?
Okay, we've got these guys.
Good day. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. Are you the museum's curator?
The guard.
Okay, so these are clearly the same two people as from the National Gallery. They just changed their hair colors. Okay.
Could you show me the Rosetta Stone as quickly as possible, please?
Of course. Follow me.
Oh, that is a valuable artifact. Where is it?
You follow me with muffled steps in the hall, up the stairs, into my small room. That's where you get out your... Here, gentlemen, we have arrived. The Rosetta Stone. Did you know that it was taken from the French?
Only too well. There stands the honour of England that we must be prepared to defend, Watson. Let's find Lestrade. We'll need his men to help search the museum.
Or you could just post like a bunch of guards outside here, the Rosetta Stone, and then, you know, that would solve the mystery.
The famous Rosetta Stone. After Thomas Young's discovery, Champollion was able to fully decipher the great mystery of hieroglyphs. In fact, this text, a Ptolemaic decree from 196 BC, was inscribed in 3 languages: hieroglyphs, demotics, a popular script at the time, and finally Greek.
Okay, so the Rosetta Stone, very famous, it allowed us to understand Egyptian hieroglyphics for the first time. So, as I believe I was saying, this is probably like the real-life British Museum. They rebuilt the British Museum in the game, which is pretty cool, I would say. He said something about various rooms being cut off, probably so they wouldn't have to, like, rebuild everything in the museum, because otherwise that would take forever.
The Shedu, in Akkadian mythology.
It would have taken their poor programmers forever to do that. Okay, I don't think any of these things are, like, important. I think these are just things we can
Siltstone
look at.
sarcophagus. Colossal granite fist. One must imagine the rest.
Unless, of course, this is just like that art gallery from earlier, where we'll have to go searching through all of the various exhibits.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
Wow, are the ancient Babylonians 100 feet tall? That is a giant door. Okay, where's Lestrade? We've got to tell him, right? That's what our mission is. Okay, I'll just warp here. That seems to save me some time. I don't see anything here. Okay, Rosetta Stone. Let's find Lestrade. We need his men. Okay, so we're just gonna search the entire museum in hopes of finding this guy. Do you guys know where he is?
Nothing to report, Mr. Holmes.
So where's the door that we just came through? Was it this one? No. Come on, Holmes. Holmes apparently cannot go any further in that direction. Let's check the permanent exhibition halls. Perhaps Lestrade is here. These look like books, mostly. Mostly just books. And a penguin!
A stuffed penguin. Original.
I do like penguins. Penguins are cute.
A koala.
A koala? What?
Strange, this Stella. It could be an ancient customs stop panel.
Okay, these just look like exhibits and just random books. None of those are people we're actually looking for. So... Ooh, hey, a mastodon. That's pretty cool. Still not a person we're actually looking for. Okay, where's the person? Perhaps he's here in the center. Wow. There he is. I think we found him. Unless it's not him. Oh, it's just the random director.
Da-dum-da-dum, quite the business this, isn't it? Da-dum-da-dum, quite the business this, isn't it?
He's just entirely the exact same guy as before. That's just craziness. Ooh, could that be him there? No, those are more guards, right? There he is, found him, found him, found him. Okay, so he's here kind of across from the reading room, right? Just get myself oriented. Great. Okay, Lestrade, guess what? Got some news for you, dude.
So, Lestrade, how are things coming along?
We have finished, and if I know one thing, it's that Arsene Lupin is not hidden in this museum.
Oh, whatever.
We gave everything, even the smallest nook, the once-over, 3 times. The men have doubled the watch outside. This place is protected like a fortress.
You said that last time, and he was just hiding inside a trunk. So, I don't really believe you, Lestrade, but I do like how there are 3 different guards looking at each other. 4.
Excellent. Arsene Lupin isn't inside, and we have made sure that he can't enter. Remember, Lestrade, no one is to breach the walls of the museum. No one.
Tell me, Holmes, 2 hours have passed and we still haven't eaten. Can we...
Certainly, Watson. Find something to restore yourself. Nothing for me.
Ask one of the men outside if there's anything left over from the mess, Watson.
Come, Inspector. Let's go over the plan one more time.
What's the plan? The plan is just to guard the place, right? Okay, so I need to go outside and talk to people asking if they've got food. Well, I didn't see them there, so let's talk to them here.
Good day, gentlemen. Inspector Lestrade pointed me your way to see if there was anything left to eat.
I'm afraid not. There's a bread bag near the portal over there. There might be a bun or 2.
Okay, we're going to the portal, wherever that is.
Good day, gentlemen.
I'm afraid not. There's a...
I don't know what he means by portal. Does he mean this trash can?
Ah, it looks like the police's bread bag. It's a rubbish bag, not a bread bag.
That's not food.
Psst.
I'm hungry.
Hey, Doctor. Psst.
Oh, hey, dude.
But what are you doing there?
Word on the street is that something big is going down here. Is that true?
Yes. Well, no. Regardless, you must leave.
No chance. I want my scoop. You promised me. And the time has come to keep your word.
What do you want?
Sneak me in, and I'll take some pictures, on the sly, of course. And I'll have a screamer of a headline.
Out of the question. If one of the constables sees you in the museum, you'll be taken as their quarry. And I'll pay the price for having let you in.
Listen, Doctor, I've seen worse. Danger is part of my job. If I am caught, I won't mention your name. You owe me that much. The situation with the medal is almost sorted, and I'll be able to bring it to you tomorrow. You wouldn't rather have me turn up empty-handed and have to explain to the great detective how you've been sneaking around, would you?
Aww.
I'm not even sure if I can. The museum is guarded like a fortress.
You'll manage, Doctor. The main thing is to find the key to open the confounded gate and get the guards out of the way for a few minutes. Good luck, Doctor. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, so my quote-unquote friend wants to be let inside. I am like 90% certain my friend is really Lupin in disguise, and he's wanting me to let him, you know, break him in so he can steal the Rosetta Stone. So I need to find the key for the gate, and I need to find some way to get rid of those guards. Oh wow, this is a giant place. Wow. Yeah, I can see why they didn't want to, you know, recreate all of it for this game. That would have taken forever. You know what's also taking forever? Walking across this area. I'm very glad that they gave us warp points to start with rather than forcing me to find all of them myself.
How are you?
All's well. Just doing my duty.
Before moving away from the police officers, I should try to look for the key to the portal.
Where would he find the key
How
to
are
the
you?
portal?
All's well. Just doing...
Before moving away from the...
I have no idea. Let's use a hint. The man you spoke to earlier. Ah, okay. So we're going to go back to that silly guy who was inside. No, not here. The silly man. He might have the key. The silly museum curator who looks exactly like the other curator. I should not find that so amusing, but I do.
So, my friend, all seems well with you?
Goodness, yes. No more visitors, no more racket. At last I can take care of the filing that has been piling up.
Ah, all these treasures in the museum. A great responsibility to guarantee their security. By the way, are there several keys for the main entrance?
As I said to your colleague, Inspector Lemon or Lester, I can't recall, there is the one that I gave him, and there is the curator's.
The curator? I thought you were the curator.
Where is the museum curator?
He is on holidays in Scotland for the duration of the renovations, and as he's the only one who can open the strange lock on his strongbox, the key is perfectly secure.
Where is this strongbox?
Is one of the keys for the portal in the curator's office, then?
Yes, near the entrance. The architect is there at present.
Goodbye.
I must go now. Until later, perhaps.
Okay. Okay, so much for that. I guess we're going to the entrance. I was kind of hoping I could take you to the other curator so I could show you that they look exactly the same. Or at least see if they do look the same. I recognize that little beard. However, sadly I do not. Okay, so the office is somewhere here, right? Must be this building. I mean, it's a door that I can interact with. It's gotta be it. Or not. Okay, I can look at this.
No interest whatsoever.
Oh, that's of no interest whatsoever. Never mind. I can't look at anything here. Huh, okay. Hint. Help me figure it out. Head there now. It is just to the right when going through the main entrance. You'll need the safe to get the key. The note on the desk will do so. Okay, let's try this again. Try this again. Through the main entrance. I go through the main entrance, and I turn right. Perhaps this right, as opposed to the other one. No, I can't go through that door. There's nothing there showing I can go through that door. Because I could go through that door, but that apparently was wrong. Ah, perhaps this is it.
This limestone pedestal is crippled by the humidity. A small knock by a blunt instrument, and it will topple like a castle of cards.
Okay, well, don't touch the limestone then, sir. What's this? Nah, this is closed off. Okay. Is this it? That's not like just on the right. You say that's like the far corner of the area. But at last, I have found it. There's only one thing I can interact with here, so let's grab it. Ooh, two things. Every Wednesday morning, meeting of the Commonwealth, take 2 magnesium pills from Dr. Bunny to open this and 15.
The museum director's reminder. Apparently, he suffers from memory loss. He even jots down some sort of hieroglyphs.
I bet I'm supposed to use the Rosetta Stone to help decode that hieroglyph. Oh man, does this look complicated? Yep. Oh man, look, we've got like things on all sides. Oh man, that's a lot of work. I can foresee, yeah, it's like 5 out of 21. The red arrow is clockwise, and the blue arrow is anti-clockwise, or counterclockwise. There's also value in red. I'm gonna do this next video, okay?